Manchester City mean business. That was the message as Pep Guardiola and Raheem addressed the media ahead of their Champions League quarter-finals, and the squad trained at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium afterwards. The City boss answered questions on a range of sideshows that will accompany any discussion of the football match, but ultimately the plan is to shut out as many distractions as possible and leave the players free to focus on the 90 minutes that lie ahead of them. They start as favourites to progress to the semi-finals in what would be a first for Guardiola at the club, but this was the case 12 months ago. One battered bus later, one raucous Anfield later, one 10-minute lapse later, one subpar officiating performance later, and there was a mountain between the Blues and the last four that proved unclimbable a week later. As City stand on the cusp of an historic season, they are determined to leave as little to chance as possible. There may be little chatter of winning all four competitions, but the preparations are in place to try to provide the platform. It's why the whole squad have stayed in London since the night before the FA Cup semi-final, for instance, to try and limit the disruption and distraction around their schedule. Having trained on Sunday at Charlton Athletic, the Stars were at White Hart Lane on Monday to get a feel for the surroundings they will be in for Tuesday's game. But there was a feel of business as usual as they trained, eyes fixed on the ball rather than the arena that has been the subject of so much hype over the last week. If City and Guardiola cannot know exactly how the game will go and what they will be able to take back to the Etihad, they can try to control as much of the matchday as they can. Liverpool and their ground were able to strike last year as City chased 100 points. Tottenham and their ground look to do the same as City chased an unprecedented haul of trophies. Tuesday will test how far Guardiola's side have come in that time. Being in the position that we are so far, it could not be possible if we were distracted during this season, said the coach. I don't know what's going to happen, but what this team and this kind of players show is that they are incredibly focused every 3 days. That's why we are where we are, but the reason why we stayed here is to avoid, after the game, 1 hour and a half to the airport and 1 hour to our homes and to come back the day after. Today we wake up earlier, train less, 1 hour more to the airport, 1 hour more to the hotel, 1 hour more to the stadium. It's the second time Spurs play at home, so we know exactly what we are going to face. If we want to make a step forward as a club, as a team, we have to know how to handle these situations. If we don't, it's because we are still not ready.